at a defunct granite facility because they recently went out of business and had an auction for all of their assets. And last week I told you guys that we had a goal to sell $10,000 worth of furniture because I wanted to come here and buy a forklift as well as some pallet racks. And the whole reason that I'm buying all this stuff is because I want to take our dirty and beat down warehouse and completely renovate it with pallet racks, new forklift, staging area, everything this episode to make it look really good and completely change the trajectory of that business. But before I can break this stuff down and take it to the warehouse and set everything up and tell you what I paid for everything, I gotta take you back in time to when we came to this auction and show you how it all went down. Let's go.
Or that double. So it's on the $2, okay? And you go, I have to show them. How about for $50 a pallet right there? And how can you do it? So what's another number around 17 you want to vote? You got it, 17 you get a forklift.
Well, by now, guys, you've learned that I bought this for $8,500, and after all the fees and everything, it's right around $9,500, and that's a lot more that I wanted to spend, but this thing, I think it's a really good deal, because I got a little nervous before I actually bid on this and bought it, and I tried to look up as many comps as I possibly could, and the only comps that were even close to this thing was like $13,000 to $16,000, and I don't know. You know, and ultimately, I never want to overpay for something, but at the end of the day, I'm not sure it matters because it's gonna do the job I need to do. And plus, check out how beefy this thing is. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but it does not sound like the forklift that I'm currently leasing. This thing sounds way meaner. It's like a V8 or something. I don't know, that's gotta be, they put like a V8 in that thing, I don't know. But what I do know is it's time to break down these pallet racks, and I definitely got my work cut out for me. So enough talking. Let's just get to it. I do gotta say, I bought all of this for $175 a section, which means I bought the whole thing for $350. And previously, I was this close to paying for somebody to bring these type of racks to my warehouse and set them up for me. And granted, that's a bit more of a service like delivery and setup. But we're gonna put in the work today, and we're gonna save a couple G's. So let's get to it. It was already like that. Just so you guys know, any of the stuff that's under here, in case anyone's wondering if I'm dropping stuff on it, this is all stuff that was passed in the auction. Everything else has been picked up. I'm like the last person to get my things because I've been busy. So, and I can't move that stuff. I mean, it's heavy. It's like stones, and it's on pallets, and there's no pallet jack in here. So I gotta get the wood off. I gotta do it. I don't feel good about it, but I gotta do it, you know? Ooh. It just dawned on me that I had the most obvious solution to this entire problem, and it didn't even cross my mind until that super heavy pallet was up there. I know what to do. Now we're cooking with gas, baby. But anyway, now we have to do that for just a few more things. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 big pallets to move still until we can get to breaking this down. So, back to work. Well, 3 pallets, I should say, is going to be the true test for the new forklift because that crap is heavy, dude. Like, really heavy, but that is what a forklift is for, is to lift heavy crap. So let's see if it works. So, When I'm wrong, and I have to admit I was wrong. That was a bad idea. Those are not moving. Those are way too heavy. I'll work around it. Okay, now up until this point, I've been pretty responsible with the breaking down of this whole situation. Because I gotta climb up there and break them down. I'm gonna start from the top and work my way down. So I can't break anything, that's a good thing. There's nothing to break around here. It's all stone, it's all cement, it's all cement floors, walls, and cinder blocks. So I'm not feeling too worried about breaking anything except for myself, which I think I'll be okay. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. Famous last words. Here we go. All right, so I only got to come here for about an hour today, but it was enough time for me to figure out what to do. I didn't get a lot done. It's okay. I didn't get everything done, but tomorrow I'm gonna come back here. I'll have a lot more time tomorrow. Today I only had about an hour worth of time to come here. So I gotta head out now, and then I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow when we finish this up and head to our warehouse. See you then. With either a forklift or another person, but alone, it's very hard. It's very hard. All right, this is gonna be the one though. What keeps happening is when I hit this side, that side drops down and then it pinches the teeth into the bracket and it won't loosen up. I have to wedge this up to keep it in place. Hit that and push it simultaneously. This shouldn't be so hard. Okay, now, this one is gonna be the most sketchy of them all. And the reason is, I'll show you. This is all held together by this one piece. So when I detach this from here, this is gonna be loose and kind of wobbly, but more importantly and more dangerously, this one is also gonna be wobbly, but it's gonna be held down and weighted on this side by this rack. So it's gonna pull it over. So the only way to do this even remotely safely is to do it fast and run away. Are you serious? It's gonna stand up just nicely like that? Okay. Oh wow, this is unexpected. Very anticlimactic, I'm sorry. I was expecting a huge crash. Load up the pallet racks. Alright, and that is everything. Okay, so we got everything finished up. Everything's in the van and in the trailer and good to go. At this point, I'm gonna call it a day today. I spent about 2 hours this morning and now I have to go get on some meetings and do some soccer stuff for my soccer company this afternoon. So I'm out of time today. Now, I'm not in a huge rush to get all this stuff done because I actually want to paint these before I put them in the warehouse. So I'm thinking maybe I'll get like some Rust-Oleum paint and just get them looking really good. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like orange or blue or some different color yet, but I definitely want to paint them like a nice color. I really want to make the warehouse, I just really want to make the warehouse look much more sales-like. And I think we're on the right track. Now the thing about these pallet racks is I really like them, but the one problem is they're a little beat up, they're a little rusty, and today we're gonna fix that before we put them inside the warehouse. Well, at least start. So today, I finally got everything ready to install the racks. But I have since cleared a little pathway to start setting the racks up on this side. So this side is empty, that side is not empty. I'm gonna set up the racks here, stack some things on it, and voila, we'll have space again. Now I've come by this morning and started getting some stuff outside so I could actually have some room to start installing the racks because there was no way to get in here. Means I need to go 5 feet up. So let me count, how many holes do I need for an even 5-foot split? 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. That was too much. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 holes up. Or alternatively, I could have just looked at the beam in the middle of the rack. Now before we finish these racks right here, a quick word from today's sponsor, Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound is my go-to source for all the music and soundtracking that I use for all of my videos. Now even before Epidemic Sound becoming a sponsor on this channel, I myself have been a user for nearly 3 years. And I think what I've learned to love most about it is the variety of artists, styles, and sound effects that you can only find with them. You see, I like to use all kinds of different music in my videos, ranging from beats, to lyrical, to whatever this was. Aha! And the selection never gets stale because they add new tracks every week, and it's always so easy to find exactly what you want in the exact moment. Now as a content creator, I use the personal plan to cover my YouTube channel as well as my Instagram. But they also have a commercial plan available that's perfect for freelancers or businesses that are looking to soundtrack their content. And right now, Epidemic Sound is running a Cyber Week deal where you can get a 30-day free trial and then an extra 2 months of 75% off. The discount is valid for the personal plan, and this offer is only going to be available for 5 days. Hey, now I'm a huge fan as well, so make sure you click the link in the description below. And with all that said, back to the vlog. Okay, here's my idea. And I'm not saying it's a good idea, but it's an idea. I was gonna ask my neighbor for some help setting this up, but I can't find him right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna try to hook up one slat while this one is down. Then I'm gonna try and tilt it over to the other one as I walk my hand down the rail to then attach it to the second upright. I don't know what the odds of success are, but I wouldn't give it a high probability, but you're saying there's a chance. What are the odds this is the tool that fixes everything, given that I just found it earlier today? I basically beat this to crap with a hammer and wrench and got it in there. Good thing I'm not going anywhere soon, because this thing's not moving for a while. Easy. All right, now I'm obviously not finished putting these racks together, but I am gonna go ahead and slide some stuff underneath to make room so that I can start to operate this forklift and lift some stuff up onto these middle rows. I'm not gonna go all the way up yet today until I can actually drill into the ground here and secure this thing. So I'm just gonna use the bottom layer and the middle layer, and then I'll do top layer last once they're finally secured. I gotta look out for that. think it's now safe to say with the completion of these racks here and the forklift that this means that I now have the most functional furniture flipping warehouse ever. And put an asterisk on it, because when I say ever, I mean for me personally and anyone I know. But the bottom line is I'm really happy with the way things are panning out here. Now I am a little behind schedule putting these racks together. I cannot overstate how much work that actually was to finish this. I know these time lapses made it seem like it was pretty fast, but my God, it was a ton of work. It was really tough to do. We got it done, but whew, it was a whole lot getting this thing wrapped up. I do have a few things left to do. I have a window that I want to still install some nice like faux wood blinds to kind of give it a nice window treatment, as well as put down some vinyl flooring for that same corner to make a nice staging area, as well as painting behind there, putting up some artwork, maybe like a little coffee table. So I plan on making that corner look really, really nice. That's going to help me do a lot of future sales. Additionally, I have some things laid out over here on a plywood sheet. I want to get a workbench so I can kind of store all my tools, all my cleaning supplies, and have it all central to one area. Additionally, I did leave out a very important detail with this forklift earlier that really affects the value of this thing. The forklift that I bought at auction, it only has 1,580 hours on it, and I'm assuming most people don't know much about forklifts because I didn't until I started having the need for one. But that's really low hours. Like, a lot of hours on a forklift is considered like 10,000-ish in that area. So the fact that this only has 1,500 is why this thing is in such pristine shape for the long haul and really, really valuable. Now, I think it's important that I actually mention my motivation for doing all this here. So I sell a lot of this furniture, like 50 to 70% of the retail value. That said, people's perception of where they're buying from still matters, even if it's at a discount. So I felt like when people were coming here before and everything was just sort of strewn about, it really devalued what I was selling, even though it was regardless of the item that the person was buying. People's perception is their reality, whether it's the truth or not. I really started to realize that even though these items were all pretty much brand new and worth quite a bit of money, people might not feel that value as much if they're coming to a warehouse that's dusty or stuff is strewn about or there's no organization whatsoever. So I think this, not only is it gonna help my functionality, I actually think it's gonna help our sales. And at the end of the day, I'm so incredibly happy with the way this has turned out so far. We still have some things we have to do left here, but just this alone has given me so much more space to work with, which you guys have no idea. Having that much stuff in this one spot, it was impossible to get around. So this is a much welcomed upgrade. But I do have one question for you guys. I'm in this forklift about $9,500 after all the fees. And like I said before, the comps are about $13,000 to $16,000. So, and the reality is, I don't need one this powerful. I could do with a smaller one, I could do with a cheaper one. So that's leaving me to think about two options. Either option A, we keep it. Or option B, we flip it. And I think, personally, I kind of want to flip it. I'd rather make a couple grand off this thing, turn around, buy a cheaper one, and have all that cash to continue working with. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the warehouse. Let me know what you think we should do with the forklift. Just let me know what you guys are thinking. I want to hear from y'all. I'm really excited with the way this is playing out here, and I think we got some really big stuff coming. Now, as far as all the financials go, I'm going to include all that together next vlog because I've been doing a lot of sales, and I want to include all that stuff at the same time so we can give a really clear picture of where we're at financially. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you watch this video here. You're really going to like this one. It shows you how I make money flipping all this furniture and how I acquire all this stuff, so definitely check it out. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.